5 silly mistakes you are making, and that's why you are not passing your PTE tests in 2025. First one is you speak too fast in Read Aloud, Describe Image and Retell Lecture. As you guys use different apps to practice your speaking, you have a notion that if you speak faster, your score in fluency will be better, which is absolutely wrong. So this is one silly mistake that you make in your PTE test, that you speak too fast and hence your clarity is compromised. Hence eventually your content is also compromised because system cannot understand what you are saying. So please stop speaking too fast, rather speak at a very flat, or I will say a very smooth rhythm or a smooth tone without really shouting or speaking too fast. Next one is a silly one that I keep on repeating on my classes, but most of the students miss it. There are two things you need to keep in mind in repeat sentences. Number one is there is no beep, and after the question is finished, before your microphone opens up, there is a 1 second pause. That means there is a 1 second gap before your microphone opens up. So the mistakes students make here, some of the students that they make is they wait for the beep and wait for too long, and that means the microphone shuts down after 3 seconds of waiting. Another mistake is, this is more common these days because students are now aware that there is no beep. The other mistake that they are making at the moment is that they start their answer right after the question is finished. However, you need to wait for 1 second and look at the recording status box to see whether it says recording. Once it says recording, that's when you can start speaking. Number 3 is related to your Describe Image and Retell Lecture. Now we know from 4th of November, there is no template that you should use to answer these Describe Images and Retell Lectures. Now students are now aware of that. They tend to avoid templates. However, another mistake that students are keep on making is rather than really using the content, they use some keywords. They are hoping that just by using keywords, they can secure a good score. Remember, in order to secure a good score, both in speaking and listening, and for both Describe Images and Retell Lectures, you need to use sentences in a proper way. That means your sentences need to be meaningful and they need to show relationships between the information that you are trying to present in your answer, as well as it needs to show the continuation of the previous information. So the bottom line is, rather than focusing only on the keywords, really focus on understanding the content and how they develop into a proper answer. Your silly mistake number 4 is related to your essay. What happens that test takers use different types of templates and different templates, which is absolutely fine. You can use any template, but they are still using certain templates that do not allow them to write their topic from the question. Even if they do, lots of them do not actually allow them to write relevant ideas. So it is they do not write relevant ideas in these templates. Rather, they use some general sentences which are not really relevant for all the situations. So here's what you can do. You can simply use any template, no issue, but make sure the template that you are choosing to write in your exam should be able to help you write the topic in the right way from the question and present at least 2 relevant ideas with relevant examples and of course a nice conclusion. Silly mistake number 5, and I should also say last for today's video, but of course not least. Understand this, a lot of students do knock me and ask me that, hey, what should we do with our grammatical knowledge, because we are a bit scared of grammar. What should we do for fill in the blanks in reading section, and our grammar is weak, we can't do well. So understand very carefully, grammar only plays about 20 to 25% role in getting your fill in the blanks correct. Of course, if you have sound grammar, it's good, but in reading fill in the blanks, understanding the meaning of the passage and vocabulary and collocation, these three are more important than having advanced level of grammar knowledge. So rather than focusing only on learning grammar, why don't you guys also focus on understanding of the topic or the question itself? To do that, you need to do some reading. Not only do you need to focus on the question banks that you get in different portals, or just focus on the prediction files. Rather focus on external reading that you find interesting, and try to make sense of the reading. In this way, your reading skill overall will improve, your skill to understand a sentence and a paragraph will improve, and eventually you will be able to learn some vocabularies from those readings, which will help you to do well in your fill in the blanks reading. So that's all for today. Hopefully you found this video very helpful, and I hope that you are not making these mistakes in your next PTE test, so that you can pass your PTE test in this 2025 and move towards achieving your goal. That can be a study abroad or a peer application in Australia. On that note, if you found the video useful, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.